This edition of the Ridley Report is brought to you by Next 1000.
The images you didn't see if you were watching Channel 9 yesterday. A crowd estimated at 150, united in protest. They were angry because New Hampshire's child protective bureaucracy tried to use this man's affiliation with Oath Keepers as a reason for taking his baby. There's a gag order surrounding events inside the courtroom, but concerns are being raised that authorities may have had to drop the case because they didn't even have the right man. I may have more details on that for you later. Meanwhile, the story has reportedly made it to Fox News National on America Live with Megyn Kelly. Hope I'm saying her name right. And as long as we're on the subject of media, let me provide a little more griping about the way the media has covered this, talking about the mainstream media here. First, all of Channel 9's images from the event looked a lot like this. They were just close-up shots and talking heads that avoided showing how large the crowd was. I will admit, however, the rest of Channel 9's story was pretty good, other aspects of it. Channel 25 in Boston was still a week behind the reality, and although they sent a crew, they referred to Oath Keepers as, quote, a group New Hampshire dcyf described as a militia, unquote. Neither the anchor intro nor their package even mentioned that Oath Keepers denies being a militia group. They did show the size of the crowd, however, and the rest of their story was pretty good. Well, with one exception. They seemed to claim that Irish had a history of domestic violence that was lengthy. Remember that his fiancée is denying that she ever took out a restraining order on him, and she's denying that he has ever used violence against her. I have some questions, too. If this was really a case of mistaken identity in part, how did it take so long to figure that out? Also, I mean, it took a long time for both sides to figure that out apparently. Also, would the mistaken identity issue ever have been clear to the court without the involvement of Oath Keepers and media attention? Was the presence of U.S. Marshals necessary? Or at least federal personnel? Kat Canning from nhfree.com reports that some of the same men who busted through her front door to arrest a leafleter over his attempts to hand out leaflets were present at the event. This is a fight between New Hampshireites that happens to involve some visitors. What it doesn't need to involve is the federal government on either side. Also, here's a quote from Catherine Quackenbush, I guess I should say, an Oath Keeper in Florida. She says, quote, I noticed the comment by a state worker that stated something to the effect of, if you can create a national outcry over the actions of child protection, you could get your kids back. That is correct. Everyone should stop thinking that there is nothing that can be done about these baby-stealing people, unquote.
Why is it that hundreds of liberty lovers have moved and continue to move to New Hampshire? In part, it's because of the Free State Project's First 1000 pledge. The success of that pledge gave this man an idea. Max Abramson of New Hampshire is starting what he calls the Next 1000 pledge, designed to get another 1,000 Free Staters into New Hampshire by 2011. To find out more, visit pledgebank.com/next1000.